Okay, guys, and I am back, and we were wrapping up with the Vampiric Assassin. But you know what? While I have you here, let's go over a few things on the monster card so I can get you more acclimated to the game. So we talked about this is a champion monster, and remember, champion monsters reside, excuse me, in the chambers of the dungeon, and you'll never know what champion monster is in there. So one of the things that I wanted to accomplish with Dungeon Crusade for people is true party building. You know, you can rally up to 3 heroes together, and you definitely want to rally heroes together before entering into a chamber because you don't know, what monsters in there and what 3 warfare types they're versed in. So real quickly, there's 6 warfare types. I should have had this chart pulled up. There's 6 warfare types. And every monster in the game is always versed in 3 of the 6. So as I was saying, we could see that she's versed in mythical warfare, arcane, spiritual. So like right off the bat, you would want like your cleric and like your wizard Zeke to attack this. You would want them because they're very strong in arcane and spiritual warfare. And like our rogue, Palum, she is very strong in mythical. So those 3, if you rallied those 3, they'd have a really good chance of killing the Vampiric Assassin. And I'll give you a little hint with Fresh Blood when you read it. She can regain health if you don't kill her right away. So if you send, my point is with this, and I was very careful, and I guess kind of devious, when I created the special abilities of elite monsters, because you have to deal with these or they can get out of control. So let's say that we sent in like our barbarian. Our barbarian hero, Maheliak, is only strong in chaos warfare and physical warfare. None of these. And actually, he's at a disadvantage for arcane, mythical, and spiritual. So he is going to have an incredibly tough time battling a Vampiric Assassin. She is definitely going to have the upper hand. So going right across here, let's go over some of this here. See the little arrow here with the 12? It says 12. The symbol means evade. And that's when heroes evade out of a chamber. If you just simply can't kill this Vampiric Assassin, you can roll the d20, you add your evade attribute value, add it to the d20, and if you can evade out of the chamber. If you fail it, you take the highest damage listed, but you could still evade out of the chamber. That's very simple. As I've always said, Dungeon Crusade is huge, but I think even from explaining some of this, it's very easy, guys. I don't like complex games. It's a very simple game, but it's just, it's big. Okay, over here, see the little treasure chest here and the 17, and let's grab this too. See the coin that says 100 and 7 plus? What this is known as is the loot roll and the gold roll. Loot being the chest, gold being, of course, the gold coin. When you kill a monster in the game, any monster has this, you are going to roll the d20. And if you get, let's say we rolled the d20 and we got 15. Well, of course, 15 is not higher than 17. You would not get to draw a loot card. This is basically if this monster was carrying loot. So you could see it's very unlikely this Vampiric Assassin is going to be carrying loot. So if we say we had 17, 18, 19, 20, then we had a successful loot roll. You would get to draw from the loot deck to see what this Vampiric Assassin was carrying. Same thing over here. However, this Vampiric Assassin, there's a good chance that she is going to drop gold. Because simply put, and this was something I was very passionate about and I put a lot of thought into, not every monster you're going to kill is going to have gold. It's just, you're not going to say, well, if I go in this chamber and there's a Vampiric Assassin, she is definitely going to have 100 gold. It's not like that. Going back to the d20 roll, when you make that single roll, you're going to use that result to go against both these values. So let's say that you rolled a 7. Well, you lost the loot roll, but however, you did gain 100 gold. So anything lower than 7, of course, you would not collect any type of gold. Roll simply, that's the loot and gold roll when you kill a monster. This symbol here, there's 5 different races in the land of Avalon. This is the demonic symbol, so we know that this is a demonic creature. And this goes into effect with the encounters I wrote. I'll just give you little bit of a hint, there might be some encounters that are drawn that are environments, and demonic creatures are going to have their warfare values. These things right here, boosted up. So, that's all I'm going to say, no spoilers. But this is very important to notice this in case there's an environment in effect and it benefits demonic monsters. They've grown in power while that encounter is in phase. I'm very excited, guys, just for you to try this game, because there's just so much to it. And I think you're really going to enjoy this. Okay, before moving on to our next monster, this here, see the green and the 2? This means when you slay this monster, you're going to get some life force. In this case, you're going to get 2 life force. Think of life force as experience, but in Dungeon Crusade, it's in a collective pool, and any hero can draw upon it, and you'll use life force to gain new special abilities and to power underworld artifacts, the most powerful yet deadly weapons in the game. So that's kind of like the experience. Life force tokens equals XP. And you use these to level up on Celebration Day. Lastly, that's pretty much got that right. Heart with the 3. This monster has 3 health. So there's a little bit of the vampiric assassin. So I'm not going to go over everything, but I thought that would be nice just to, chat with you and show you that. Oh, and then before we go, see up here, there is 3 different difficulties in Dungeon Crusade in the form of monster decks, and it does not say that here. I thought it would. But 1 skull means that you've encountered a normal difficulty monster, and that's, see, like the white background in her name right here? That's what that reflects right there. So normal difficulty as white. If you see 2 skulls, you've encountered an expert monster, expert difficulty. This background is going to glow green, let you know that's an expert monster. Lastly, if you see 3 skulls here, that's going to glow blue, and you've encountered one of the toughest monsters in the game, heroic difficulty monsters, and they are very tough. And before we go, actually we're going to go into another video, hope you don't mind, but way back when, I actually had a legendary difficulty, and there were people that were going to pledge for it, and I pulled it from the campaign because the creator, or how I create, I'm very particular. Everything has a purpose in this game, and I thought it was overkill. And so I pulled it from the campaign. I said, listen, why don't we see how we do with normal, expert, and heroic difficulty, and then when we do the expansion or whatever, when reprint, why don't we introduce legendary difficulty then? Because we have so much already. So, I could have very easily left it in, but I just didn't feel right. 3 difficulties, that's enough. Okay, so we're going to shoot into another video. Hopefully you're liking this. Please leave a comment if you want to see more. And we're going to look at a succubus next. So stay tuned. Be right back.